Here we go. This is gonna be even harder because this is gonna illustrate events. So when it's a person, it's a little easier. When it's an event, it's more conceptual, right? So the picture, you gotta pay attention to clues. Tie the picture with the clues as thematic, okay? The picture is thematic. So these are key events of the Middle Ages. Key events of the Middle Ages. The city at the heart of this event was sacked multiple times in final years. This event marked the end of an era and the start of the Middle Ages. So what event is well known to be the start of the Middle Ages? Who knows that one? What started the Middle Ages? The empire in question had ruled much of Europe for centuries. Surely you know that. The final blow came from a Germanic king named Odoacer. Odoacer. Don't know the name. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna have to look that up. This is traditionally considered the fall of the Western Roman Empire. So the event that we were looking for on this one is the fall of Rome. And it happened in 476 CE or AD, however you like to say it. The fall of Rome signaled the decline of the ancient civilization and transition into the Middle Ages of Europe. So this is the event that began the Middle Ages. All right, so as we get into the Middle Ages, this was a key event. He was a king of the Franks, and the Lombards before this event happened. He greatly expanded his empire through military conquest. This event occurred on Christmas Day. Who knows what this event in Middle Ages is? Key event. He was crowned by Pope Leo III in St. Petersburg Basilica. So it happened in St. Peter's. This event marked the revival of the title Emperor of the Romans. They went from 476 all the way to 800 CE or AD for this event. Who knows what this event is? Anybody any guesses? This was the coronation of Charlemagne. Coronation of Charlemagne established the foundations of the Holy Roman Empire and reshaped European history. Right in the heart of the Middle Ages. That's right. All right, let's go on to the number 3 event in the Middle Ages. This happened in 1066 CE or AD, however you like to say it. This event involved a pivotal battle in England. The invasion was led by a duke from Normandy. 1066. The decisive battle was fought at a place now named after it. This conquest introduced Norman culture and feudalism to England. The leader of this invasion became known as William the Conqueror. So what did William the Conqueror do? What conquest did he lead? Well, it's the Norman conquest, of course. The Norman conquest drastically altered the course of English history with lasting effects on its culture, law, and language. A key event in the Middle Ages. Middle Ages are sometimes known as the Dark Ages, although the Dark Ages are kind of first, Middle Ages, second, or vice versa. All right, number 4. This happened in 1096 to 1099 CE or AD. This was a military expedition called by a pope to reclaim Holy Lands. It led to the establishment of several Crusader states in the Middle East. The expedition was initially motivated by religious fervor. What was this event called? 1096 AD. The goal was to recapture Jerusalem from the Muslim rule. That should be the clue, right? That should give it to you. What was this event? This was the first of a series, there's another good clue, of religious wars known as the Crusades. So, what's this one? This is the First Crusade, of course. That's the event. The First Crusade had a profound impact on Christian-Muslim relations and the geopolitics in the Middle East. I bet it did. Lots of trouble. There it is, the Crusades. So again, these are a little harder because the picture is kind of representing a theme rather than a person, right? So it's a little harder. You got to go by the clues, I think. Next up, this document was forced upon a reluctant king by his barons. This is 1215 AD, by the way. It was signed by Runnymede near the River Thames. So it was in England. There you go. It is often cited as an early step towards constitutional government. Wow. First step. Who knows that? Who knows that one? It's in the Middle Ages still, too. It limited the power of monarchy and established certain legal rights. This charter is famously known as the Great Charter. So what else is it called? Who knows? Key thing, Middle Ages. This is the Magna Carta. Magna Carta 1215 AD. The Magna Carta is considered a cornerstone of modern legal and political systems influencing constitutional law worldwide. This is the basis for all the stuff. There it is. Basis for the Constitution and everything. You bet. Hey, remember, we're doing key events of the Middle Ages. Key events of the Middle Ages. This is definitely a key event during the Middle Ages. Everybody probably knows this one. Let's see if you can get it. This event was caused by a bacterium transmitted by fleas. Fleas to rats. Rats, fleas to humans. It resulted in widespread panic and social upheaval. It killed an estimated 1/3 of Europe's population. Doesn't sound good. The plague led to significant labor shortages and economic changes. Lasting impact. This devastating pandemic is also known as the Black Death. That's right. Key event in the Middle Ages, the Black Death had a profound impact on a European society, leading to major economic, social, and cultural shifts. 1347 to 1351, a four-year deal, the Black Death. Yes, the Middle Ages were a time of happiness. All right, next up, key events in the Middle Ages. This conflict was primarily between England and France. Always. It was always between England and France. Lots of trouble. It was driven by disputes over territorial claims and the right to the French throne. The war saw the rise of national identities in both countries. They really figured out who they were. It included famous battles like Agincourt, and figures like Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc participated in this. This prolonged conflict is known as the 100 Years' War. And again, this is now 1337 to 1453, so not quite 100 years, but we'll round off. AD or CE, depending on your preference. The 100 Years' War shaped the future of both England and France, influencing their political landscapes and national identities. So again, the robot's just trying to do a thematic piece that kind of represents the event, right? 100-Year War. There it is. 3 more, and we're done for the evening. Thank goodness. Okay, think of the Middle Ages and key events in the Middle Ages, okay? This event caused a split within the Catholic Church. Multiple claimants to the multiple claimants to the papacy emerged, creating confusion and division. Who was going to be the Pope? Are they going to do it from the east or from the west? I don't know. The schism weakened the church's authority and led to calls for reform. It lasted nearly 40 years, during which time the church was deeply divided. This period of division in the church is known as... Who knows what it's known as? It has a specific name. It was 1378 to 1417 AD. It has a specific name. It was called the Great Schism. Great Schism was a major crisis in the history of the Catholic Church. It contributed to the decline of papal authority, and it set the stage for many later reforms. The Great Schism. Now, somewhat related, although not for the same reason. This next event number 9 in the Middle Ages, this event marked the end of an empire that had lasted over 1,000 years. It was the final blow to the Eastern Roman Empire. Now, remember, the Roman Empire was from 453 or something like that, all the way up to now. This is 1453 AD. And the city was besieged by an army using advanced military technology for the time. The leader of the conquering force was the Sultan Mehmed II. Sultan Mehmed. This event is known as the fall of what? This is the fall of Constantinople, 1453 AD. The fall of Constantinople, I didn't say that properly. The fall of Constantinople was a watershed moment in history, signaling the end of the Byzantine Empire and the rise of the Ottoman Empire. Byzantine, Ottoman. There you go. There it is. Constantinople. Hagia Sophia. Okay, last one. Mercifully coming to a close. Key events of the Middle Ages. Now let's see if you can get this one. This invention revolutionized the spread of information in Europe. This invention, I can give you a date, 1440 AD. It was developed by a German goldsmith and inventor. The first major book printed was the Gutenberg Bible. What was the key event of the Middle Ages? Kind of like ending. This definitely ended the Middle Ages, I would say. This is heading into the Renaissance. This invention is credited with helping to spread the Renaissance and Reformation. There you go. The inventor is Johannes Gutenberg, and the device is, who knows? Last chance. This is the printing press. The invention of the printing press in 1440 AD is one of the most significant developments in human history, drastically altering the spread of knowledge and ideas. So there you go. Oh my goodness, we made it to the end. It was a little bit hard tonight. My apologies if it was too hard. But I do appreciate anyone that hung out and played the game with us. So I do appreciate that. And I will, with that, I will say goodnight. And again, we're doing this on Wednesdays and Sunday evenings at the same time, 7 p.m. So come give us a look whenever you get a chance. All right. Good night, everybody. See ya.